What up YouTube, this is DexMaster123 and I'm coming at you guys with a deck profile of my Cyber Dragon deck today. It's a fun deck. I really like to use it in lots of fun duels, but at the same time it's still a little competitive because it can create OTKs really fast. So I'm doing this profile just to share the deck with you guys, and I want your feedback to know what I should take out and what I should put in, stuff like that. So let's just get on to the deck. So first I run triple Cyber Dragons. Obviously it's a Cyber Dragon deck. You need all three of them. Triple Zways. I run 3 of every Cyber Dragon known card, only because now you have a total of 6 Cyber Dragons right now. So when you use Overload Fusion or Power Bond or Polymerization, whatever you guys want to use, it makes the deck easier. So you have more fuel for your Cyber Dragon deck engine. Triple Zways. Now you have a total of 9 Cyber Dragons. So it makes using Power Bond and Overload Fusion really easy, to get out twins and create OTK with your twin dragons, or even Khmer Tech Fortress Dragon. All around, all of these cards are really good. Plus, when he attacks, he gains an extra 300 points, so he becomes an 1800 beater. I really like that. A couple of search cards. Shining Angel. I really like this card just because I can bring out my other cards like Valley and Light Hexial Fusion, and yeah, lots of other good stuff with this card. I'll show you a couple combos with this card after. Next I run 2 Cyber Valleys. This is kind of like my stall and draw engine of the deck. It's a really good card too. I run 2 of the Light Hexial Fusion. This is my on-field polymerization, because if my opponent controls a monster, I can automatically special summon my Cyber Dragon, and on top of that I could summon this guy, and he's also a built-in polymerization and a King of the Swamp. So I could automatically fuse on the field for a Cyber Twin Dragon, which has 2800 attack points, and I can attack twice with it. So I could create OTKs with that card just alone. So I really like this. I was thinking about 3, but 3 is too much, because you get 2 of them in the hand, and that's not good. Next, one Honest. All your cards are light monsters, so it makes sense to run an Honest. And lastly, Cyber Eltonin. It's kind of like a Black Rose in the deck, and this card stays on the field, unlike Black Rose Dragon. It blows up all monsters, and then you remove from play all light machine type monsters from your graveyard, and this card gains 500 points for each. And besides Light Hex and Shining Angel, all my cards are light monsters, so I really like this. Now onto the spells. We have Double Power Bond. I really like 2, but I'm thinking about 3rd. But right now, this is a really good card. I run this over Polymerization only because my monster's attack points double, like the fusion material cards I get. So with high attack points, I can create again OTKs really fast. I could take out big monsters and stuff. So I really like this card. Next, double Overload Fusions. I run this card only because it's on top of that, it's really good. It helps me get out my Khmer Tech Over Dragon out really fast with really high attack points. And yeah, 3 is too much. I wouldn't really recommend 3 unless you're creating Khmer Tech OTK deck, but 2 is a good number. Future Fusion. I use this card as a decoy basically. I use it for fuel for my Khmer Tech Over Dragon if I'm creating Overload Fusion plays. So I just dump a whole bunch of monsters in my grave, and then if I need to, I'll use Trunade, Overload Fusion, and then I could create possibly game with that play. My body, because Cyber Dragons lack lots of defense, so when I want say my Cyber Twin Dragon to attack, and they have a Mirror Force, I can use my body to negate that and possibly go for a game. So they really need lots of defense. Swords. It's my stall out card. Just until I get like a couple cards I need. Plus, it's like an MST magnet or like even True Nade. Because they want to get rid of this card so they can attack me. So I know they waste like MSTs and stuff. So if I set like other back row, they can't do anything about it. Infernal Reckless Summon, only one. This card's really good, like especially if you summon out, if you use Shining Angel, as I said earlier. As soon as it dies, you could bring out like Proto Cyber Dragon with this card, and then use Infernal Reckless. And then on top of that, you get all three of your Proto Cyber Dragons, and you get your regular Cyber Dragons, because your Proto Cyber Dragons are also considered Cyber Dragon when they're on the field. So you can bring out 2 of him and 3 Cyber Dragons, depending on the plays that you want to make. That's why I really like this card. Like, you could abuse it really easily. Next, limiter removal. If I'm going for game, or if I want to defend myself from like a monster attack, we could say, for example, if I have a Cyber Dragon's Way on my field, and let's say they have a Stardust, I can use limiter removal, double my Zway's attack points, and Stardust dies. So it's easy to get rid of like big monsters, or again, go for OTKs. Some staples: double MST, True Nade, create big plays with this card. Book of Moon, Monster Reborn, and this is supposed to be my Dark Hole, but I don't have one for the deck right now. So yeah, Dark Hole. And now onto the traps. I run double trap holes. I run trap holes mainly for 6 Sam decks and stuff like that, because some of their monsters have really low attack until like they sink out and go for Xian or something. So I like this card better, but I still have like bottomless trap hole sided, just in case. But trap hole is really good. And some more stall out cards until I get like cards I need. Threatening Roar, Torrential Tribute. This is kind of like my Mirror Force replacement right now, but I really like Magic Cylinder. Again, like all my like Mirror Force and stuff are in my other decks, which I'll review later. But right now, yeah, Cylinder. Return from the Different Dimension. This is a really good card because I can like use it really easily. First, like the cards I remove from play are Overload Fusion. That takes like away all my monsters. And the next card would be Cyber Valley. Say it would remove itself from play to end the battle phase and let me draw 1 card. Or I could have it on the field, take out one of my monsters with it, and draw 2 cards. So it's removing from play really fast. So this card, whenever I draw it, as long as not like early game, like really early game, I could use it no matter like what time. And I always like it. And my last card would be Call the Haunted, only because I need to like really abuse my Infernal Reckless Summon, so I could set both these cards face down, and then flip, bring back let's say a Valley, and then flip up my Infernal Reckless, and bring out 2 more Valleys. So easy draw power and everything. Okay, so that's it for traps. Now onto the extra deck. So as I said before, it's like really like Cyber Dragon based deck. So I don't run Synchros or anything, because it's like a fun deck. So Chimera Tech Over Dragon, I run 2. Cyber Twin Dragon, Twin Dragon, I run 2. I'm looking for a third. If you guys have it, PM me. 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. I have a second one, but it's in my other deck. So yeah, I would be running 2 if anything. And 2 Cyber End Dragon. I rarely ever get out this card, but when I do, It's like really beefy because it pierces. So if they have like, I don't know, like a Raikou or something, and I use Power Bond or even Limited Removal, I would have game in a matter of one turn, because then they have like less than 7,000, less than 1,000 life points remaining, and I could easily go for game with this card. But most of the time I would bring out Cyber Twin only because it's easier. And yeah, that's it for my deck. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, leave me feedback, and yeah, this is Dexmaster signing out. Peace.